Hey, so today we're doing this quick reaction video. This is Pete Hegseth, and I call him the Crusader. I mean, he even wrote a book called The American Crusade or whatever. He's obsessed with the crusade, and he's a psychopath. I mean, I don't like him. You know, I mean, just look at his face. I mean, they're just not likable people, like all American. Most of them, most of the administration. They look like psychopath, and they are psychopath. And so he's talking now about the Iranian strike. You know, these B-2 bombs they drop it on the so-called nuclear facilities, and he gonna explain. I mean, he completely lost his. I mean, just let's look at the video. I mean, I don't have to describe it.
Because you, and I mean specifically you, the press, specifically you, the press corps, because you cheer against Trump so hard. It's like in your DNA and in your blood to cheer against Trump. Because you want him not to be successful so bad, you have to cheer against the efficacy of these strikes. You have to hope maybe they weren't effective. Maybe the way the Trump administration has represented him isn't true. So let's take half-truths, spun information, leaked information, and then spin it.
So he's talking about like the press. First of all, I do agree with you, sir. Even if I don't like you, I mean, sometimes I have to agree. Even, but the fact that the media, I mean, it's all corrupt. Even if it was the Democrat, they would also like spin information and all that. But because that's what they do, and you build an empire based on lies. So it's disorienting for the people, you know, in America. If you're not raised in the West and you're trying to talk to an American, you do realize that you're not talking to a normal human being, because the media is always type of like misrepresentation, misguiding, you know, half truth, like he said, propaganda, you know, 24/7. And when you've been consuming all that stuff, I mean, it's disorienting, and you can't even think straight. Even like basic concept, like even I'm talking too much. Let's continue the video.
Spin it in every way we can to try to cause doubt and manipulate the public mind over whether or not our brave pilots.
Well, isn't that the job? Isn't that the job of the media to do that?
And manipulate the public mind.
Well, manipulate the public mind. Isn't that the job of the media, sir? That's the job. That's what they fucking have in like these 24/7, you know, campaign, propaganda campaign. That's what they do. They don't have any job. It's just to shape the narrative and to, you know, manipulate everybody, just like I said in the beginning. Now listen to this nonsense.
Whether or not our brave pilots.
Brave pilot? Do you mean criminals? See, I have no sympathy for American soldiers. Like specifically American soldiers, like y'all the biggest terrorists on the planet. Y'all have no shame. And they have this thing in America when they come back from the battlefields and wars and conflict and all that. They say to them, like the civilians, they say thank you for your service to the soldiers after they killed millions of innocent people. Like this empire is just weird. Like you can analyze it on so many, like it doesn't matter what level of what aspect you want to analyze. It just look weird. Everything's upside down.
We're successful. How many stories have been written about how hard it is to, I don't know, fly a plane for 36 hours? Has MSNBC done that story? Has Fox?
It's
Have
easy.
we done the story how hard that is?
It's
Have we
not
done it
hard.
2 or 3 times so that American people understand? How about how difficult it is to shoot a drone from an F-15 or 16 or F-20?
It's not hard. I can do it on my computer. It's easy. It's like a video game. And I'm not like, you know, I know I don't have any experience in the airplanes and aviation and all that. It's not that difficult, no. But they have to over-exaggerate everything because that's what you're trying to do. Like you're manipulating the public mind too.
22 or F-35, or what it's like to man a Patriot battery, or how hard it is to refuel midair, giving the American people an understanding.
It's easy. I can refuel the goddamn thing in the air.
Complex and sophisticated this mission really was. There are so many.
No, I'm just joking, you know, but it requires some kind of skills. But you get the point. This is just over exaggerated, and these people have been training for like 20, 25 years, 30 years maybe, you know. So it's like it's not really an achievement. Now I don't. I mean, let's talk about the real stuff, like because refueling and all that. That's just details. Let's talk about the real issue.
Aspects of what our brave men and women did.
Brave women.
Because of that.
Hey, sir, those are criminals. They're not brave. Anybody who goes killing, how many you killed? 600 people that you killed. Are you proud of that? Of course, they don't look them as human beings. So.
The hatred of this press corps are undermined because people are trying to leak and spin that it wasn't successful. It's irresponsible. And
he's mad. It wasn't successful. Just like everybody else, I don't have enough details about it, but it doesn't seem like it was successful.
Folks in this room are privy to that information because of the proximity here in the Pentagon. It's an important responsibility. And time again, classified information is leaked or peddled for political purposes to try to make the president look bad. And what's really happening is you're undermining the success of incredible B-2 pilots and incredible F-35 pilots and incredible refuelers and incredible air defenders who accomplished their mission, set back a nuclear program.
Oh, what mission, sir? What mission? You keep talking about this. Oh, man. You keep talking about this successful mission and all that. Well, we don't have the details, and you probably don't even have the details. Because you couldn't put your troops on the ground, and I believe that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna end up going over there, and this is just my prediction. I mean, they're going to Iran. They're gonna invade it, and they're gonna lose, just like they lost every single war. But this idea, I mean,
set back a nuclear program.
You didn't set back anything. They were like intelligence showing them, you know, transporting that stuff. And they were aware. I mean, even me, who's not even part of this stuff, right? I know when the Americans start, you know, to propagate these lies and misrepresentation and all that. You've been doing it for like 3 weeks or 4 weeks before the attack. And they're gonna fucking realize it. I mean, they're not people living in the mountains. They have their own intelligence, and they got like they transported the material, and the arrogance of you want them not to have it, no nuclear weapon for you, and they're gonna end up having it. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have the nuclear
in ways
power.
That other presidents would have dreamed. How about we celebrate that? How about we talk about how special America is?
Okay, yeah, how about we celebrate 600 people dead? An illegal attack on a sovereign country. Let's celebrate. Oh, this is great. This is fantastic. Let's celebrate. I mean, wow, this level of... this is so inhuman. Like, I can't even believe how they sleep at night, these people.
Is that only we have these capabilities. I think it's too much to ask, unfortunately, for the fake news. So we're used to that.
The only thing that you produce is stuff for violence and crimes and mass murder and exploitation. You can't even produce anything that is good for humanity. You are against humanity. You and your administration and every single administration before you. You never had any American president or American government that was working for humanity. You got too much power, and I don't think y'all deserve that type of power. You bring it so much chaos and tyranny to this planet.
But we also have an opportunity to stand at the podium and read the truth of what's really happening. And the reality is, you want to call it destroyed, you want to call it defeated, you want to call it obliterated, choose your word. This was an historically successful attack, and we should celebrate it as Americans, and it gives us a chance to have peace, chance to have a deal, and an opportunity to prevent a nuclear Iran, which is something President Trump talked about for 20 years.
Oh yeah, so they just want to prevent them. I don't think you can prevent them. And like I said, I made a video a long time ago, and I said these people are not prepared, and now they're lashing out and all that. And please don't tell me this is about Israel or anything. Like I don't want to have that conversation. Anyway, as you can see, the same level of arrogance. These people can never reform themselves. I don't know how, and and you will expect the American people, to stand up for the so-called values they brag about all the time and all that, but they're neutralized. We're probably never going to see a revolution in America. We're probably going to see a civil war or something like that, which is probable after they invade Iran. Oh, you're going to see a huge political divide and all that. Anyway, that's just my prediction, and that's what I think about this stuff. I mean, this guy, he gets me so triggered. I don't even like to listen to him. I'm just doing it for the video. Anyway, see you next time.